Jill Chaifetz Transfer School was created 9 years ago. I created the school specifically to support students who are, as we refer to them, overage and undercredited, which means that they either had dropped out of high school or were in danger of doing so. We're in the most economically depressed congressional district in the country. There is multi-generational poverty, homelessness. The average life expectancy here in the South Bronx is 62, and many times my young people are the only wage earner in the home, or they have children of their own. One of the things we get caught up with here at Jill Chaifetz is attendance.
For me, I struggled with depression. When I came here, I was excited. I had the highest grades, I did really well. And then depression hit and I no longer came to school. I feel like I set the habit of saying to myself, okay, I'm late today, I'm not gonna go to school, so I'll just go back tomorrow. And then the next day, I do the same exact thing, and it just repeats and repeats and repeats.
Their attendance can be challenging, so thinking about how to get a student to where I want them to be, LDC has given my teachers a way to think strategically about planning in a way that feels manageable for them.
When I log into the LDC Core Tools website, I'm able to not only look at what other teachers have done, but I'm able to really design what most teachers see as a unit plan. Standards can be attached, student work can be attached, rubrics can be attached. It's like having the entire unit plan in one place, which is so helpful. You can export it to PDF and print it out. You can share it with other people. Our coach can look at it, give us comments on it right there. And so it's the greatest way for me to create what most teachers see as a unit plan.
Well, I really enjoy using the LDC website because the collaborative nature of it. I can go and browse for certain authors or certain types of lessons that I'm looking for. I can look for lessons designed by teachers in my building or across the country. And in doing so, I'm able to not only find them and use them, but modify them based on my needs and my students' needs. The LDC work has primarily helped me plan backwards so that my students experience a task that they're trying to work towards, a literacy task, from beginning to end. So we always start by unpacking the task and figuring out what is being asked from them. And then students go through a process where they'll do some reading or research and understand a text through various literacy strategies. And then we spend at least a few days on different elements of putting the task together.
LDC often encourages using prompts that are based on text, and that has really helped shape the students' work in terms of, yes, writing from their ideas, but also writing from a source of knowledge or ideas that they're incorporating into their writing.
The experience of working with an LDC coach has really helped me solidify my planning in terms of how to use the LDC platform to plan a trajectory of lessons that are coherent.
In order to work with the LDC coach, we meet with her via, it's like a Skype kind of thing, Zoom. She Zooms in with us twice a month and we talk about how our tasks are going, what things we're doing with the students, what help we need. And so she gives us feedback. Even outside of those 2 meetings a month, she reaches out.
Our coach, Christina, has really helped us think through certain protocols for how to look at student work. I was really able to identify very specific skill gaps. We use a paragraph writing rubric here, and I was able to really pinpoint exactly for each student whether they were struggling with analysis or citing evidence or determining importance. So that examination of student work as being built into part of the reflection process for LDC was very critical for my teaching. LDC has really helped us become a close-knit team in that we're all working towards the same goal with the same platform. So we visit each other's classes now, we collaborate on lessons, we review student work, and that team has really been essential not just in learning how to use LDC, but in bringing us closer together as a faculty as well.
I think it's one of those things, you have to really see it before you really know what it is. We did a baseline. We used actually an LDC template, and then we actually just did another assessment, and we saw growth across all the areas that we had identified as gaps. We were very excited, and I think it's the first time that we did that level of action research on our own, and to have the charts there with everybody grew, like every single class, every kid that did it improved in some area.
I love it. Yeah, I like it because when we have this discussion, it helps me remember it. And also when we have these discussions, sometimes a lot of people say something that I totally wasn't even thinking of. Like, it'll be a correct answer, and it's like, oh my gosh, like my mind didn't even take me that far. So I really like that aspect of it.
I can understand it more because it's like planned. It's like, this is what you have to do, this is what you should do. Like, it's more structured, and that helps me.
My advice for teachers who are hesitant to try something new is to not be hesitant. Education is a lifelong process. To know and understand that with change comes growth, and in order to be better, we have to try new things. We're doing this with our students, and it shows that we are people and that we're learning, and that this is something that we want them to take on not only in our classrooms but in their lives.
I came to teacher because I really feel as though that there are tons of young people with great potential, and that it's not just me that can help them, but they need lots of adults in a small community that can allow them to grow and achieve their goals. So being able to do something like LDC and help students not just learn random content, but learn lifelong literacy skills, I really feel like that will be something that I can impart to them that they can then use throughout their lives.